One person who's riding in extremely good form at the moment. She got a double on the board last week with Gypsy Goddess and Miami Flice, so I'm extremely excited to get her thoughts on both of them. But a huge book of rides this afternoon with leading chances everywhere you look, and that is Stephanie Thornton. Good morning to you, Steph.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you on the show. I do have to ask first up, how have you enjoyed the weather in Queensland in comparison to Victoria, which is of course where you are from? We've experienced storms this week. We've had 18 degrees and sunny, then we've had rain and 15. It's all over the place, but up in Queensland, it's looking all right in Brisbane, especially today.
Yeah, no, we're definitely a lot luckier than what I'd say you are down south. It's we can get decent storms,
Yep.
but they don't last very long, and it's usually still at least 20 degrees when they come. So there's no complaints up here.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Hopefully we can get up there at some point. But you must be loving it up there. But both yourself and Ben have been riding in superb fashion, in particular in recent times, and heading towards the Magic Millions Carnival. This is the time you want to be hitting your straps. And last week, getting a double on the board. Before we get to your rides today, Miami Flice first and foremost from last week. You had the job ahead of you from the gate, but posied into a beautiful spot. Tony Gollan couldn't have been more complimentary of your ride when we spoke to him earlier this week, but looked fantastic, and she's a mare with plenty of ability going forward.
Yeah, she is. She's got a lot of talent, and I've been fortunate enough to partner her last two starts. And between riding her at the Gold Coast and last weekend, I've done plenty of work on her track work and ridden her in both her trials. And she is a quirky horse, so I think it's really beneficial if you know her, and being able to take the time away from the races to get to know her and find out what works, I think really helped on the weekend. And she's obviously putting together a very handy record, and she deserved that stakes win, and it was great to see her get it, and I'm sure there's more in store for her.
I'm sure the plans will be set in motion as well for the Magic Millions moving up next month with Miami Flice. And Gypsy Goddess, this is a horse who I don't know where the bottom is with her. She has been flying to start off her career, and that was a hugely impressive win, given you ran into a bit of trouble coming to the turn last week, and she still got the job done really well.
Yeah, absolutely. She, you're going 3 starts to 3 wins. It's a pretty impressive record, and especially stepping up to the 2000, her third start. Not many horses can do that, let alone 3-year-old fillies. So she did cop a fair bit of interference just inside the 600, and you don't see many horses pick up after that and come from where she did to finish over the top of them. And her next goal's the Grand Prix next Saturday over 2100, and hopefully she's going to be the one you want to be on in that race, and she should be very hard to beat.
Do you know yet if you're staying on for that ride next week? Has that been sorted out yet or not?
Yes, no, I have been booked for her, so
Beautiful.
That was very, very exciting to stick with her.
Well, fingers crossed that winning run continues, and let's hope it continues today. First and foremost, we've got to get to the races today. The punters, we've got to find a few winners, and your first ride comes up in the Feel and Ready, race number 3. Your partner, Inequality, for Lee and Cherie Curtis, are the visitor from New South Wales, beautifully drawn on the inside, and this horse is coming off a really nice debut second. What have you made of Inequality coming into today?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he looks like a really nice horse. I think he's going to take plenty of improvement from that first up run. I chatted to Lee not long ago, and hopefully from the good gate, we're sort of landing just in behind them. I think it's a nice little race. I'll be very interested to see how Annabelle Neesham's first start, Swiss Exile, goes, and as well, obviously, Palazzo Spirit, who's won at the track, which is always a big benefit when you go to Eagle Farm. I think they're probably the two that are hopefully going to be around us, and hopefully we can get the better of them. But it is a nice race, but I'm sure my bloke will take plenty of improvement from that first run.
Certainly is a nice race, and a really good preview for the Magic Millions coming up next month, as is the Callaway Gal, race number 4 at listed level as well for the fillies this time around. Your partner, Mink Star, who, look, if she drew a better gate, she'd surely be even more in the market than she currently is. But she's done nothing wrong in 2 starts, including that very impressive win on the Poly track at the Sunny Coast last time out with you aboard.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a nice filly, and she done it very easy last start at the Sunny Coast. But again, it is a good field. Obviously, Millet beat her first start at the Gold Coast, and Rose of Shiraz won a really nice race up at the Sunny Coast. I think the hardest to beat for sure is Exo Lady, Desley Forster's, who's had 2 starts for 2 wins and done absolutely nothing wrong, and looks like a really nice filly. If Mink Star drew a better gate, I'd love to say she's a great each way chance, but I think it's a very open race, and I'm hoping we're somewhere in the top 3 in the finish.
That's in the Callaway Gal. We'll jump ahead to race number 6, the just now over 1,300 metres, again at listed level. You partner up with Tony Gollan, and a horse who's racing in great form this preparation. In Gear gets barrier 4, 54 kilos. There's a lot to like about this filly.
Yes, there is for sure. She's racing so consistently this prep, and her last win was great. She loves the track as well. Like I said, it's a big benefit if you're going to Eagle Farm and you know you've got a horse that handles the track. I think this race maps a little bit tricky because you've probably got 3 genuine leaders in the race between myself, Georgie's Pride, and Expat, the Sydney Visitor as well. So I think there'll be plenty of tempo. Where we end up, I'm not too sure. I think we'll definitely be in the first 3, but it'll probably be a matter of figuring that out once the gates open. But with no weight on her back and the fact that she likes the track, I think she's a great chance in that race.
And it's not absolute worst case scenario if she's not leading, correct? She can be quite adaptable.
No, definitely not. She just needs a genuine tempo. If she's not in front, and that's probably what let us down when I rode her 2 starts ago. I sat outside the leader, but it was just too slow for her. So I think if it's a genuine tempo, there's no reason why she can't sit second or third and relax really well.
Okay, that's In Gear in race number 6. Race 7, this is the one I'm most looking forward to today. That is the Bribey Handicap. What a field we've got assembled here. And Steve O'Day and Matt Hoysted, you know their 3 runners very, very well. But you partner Sugar Boom for Tony Gollan, a horse who'd be very special to you, I can imagine, because she played a huge role in your initial introduction to Queensland racing when you first got up there. And she's a mare that hasn't raced poorly ever since.
No, absolutely not. She, as you said, she is special to me. I rode my first listed winner aboard this mare, and she's so push button. She knows her job. She flies the gates, and hopefully she's landing in front today. She doesn't love Eagle Farm. That's probably the only concern with her. She's raced well there, but it's definitely not her preferred track. But she'll give herself every chance. It is a very hot race. You could probably run it 5 times and have 5 different winners. So I'm definitely not going to be swaying you to any horse in that race, but it'll be a really good race to watch.
Yeah, there's definitely no wrong answer in who to tip in that race. So fingers crossed for you. Sugar Boom is getting the job done from the front all the way this afternoon in the Bribey. And just quickly, the last one we'll ask you about is race number 8, Mass Destruction for Tony Gollan. Carries the same colours as Baller, who you'll know far too well over the last few weeks, racing in superb fashion. But Mass Destruction returns from a break. Can you give us any sort of tie-in with this horse?
Yeah, look, I haven't sat aboard this bloke before, but Ben galloped him earlier in the week and was really happy with his work on Tuesday. I think it's a nice race for him. I just would have loved him to have drawn a bit better. We'll probably ride him a bit conservative early. I think Tony's other horse, Garibaldi, is probably the one to beat in the race, and there's every chance he's going to be in front of me throughout the run. So he could be quite difficult to run down, but this horse has trialled really well. He's very consistent, raced well at the track before. I think he's a great each-way chance.
He's certainly up to his eyeballs in this race, Mass Destruction. A second on the board behind Apache Chase. Doesn't read too bad earlier in the year as well. But a huge book of rides for you this afternoon. Steph, can you pinpoint one for the punters? I hate asking it because I know you guys probably don't like answering. It's too hard. But can you pinpoint the one you're most looking forward to partnering today?
Yeah, look, it is a tough day, and it's going to be, a tough day for the punters. But I think I do really like Mass Destruction each way. I can't say any of mine are definitely going to be winning. I think they're all capable, but I think Mass Destruction's the best each way chance.
Okay, lock that in, punters. Mass Destruction. Steph's the one she's most excited to ride this afternoon at the each way price. Steph, we really appreciate your time this morning. We love chatting to yourself. You're in fantastic form as we build up to the Magic Millions Carnival next month. If we don't chat before, hope you, Ben, and both your families have a fantastic festive period, and long may the winners continue for you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Stephanie Thornton there ahead of a huge day at Eagle Farm. She's got many chances. Mass Destruction's the one she's most excited for, but geez, the chances don't stop there. So best of luck to Steph this afternoon.